What's up, YouTube? On this episode of Coddiwomple Overland, we're going to venture into a lesser known area of Colorado. Coddiwomple Overland is proudly powered by Cummins Off-road, home of the Lifetime powertrain. Also in part by Overland Vehicle Systems, Faster Flate, and trail-rated coffee. Be sure to come out and say hi to us at the Moore Expo, April 8th through the 10th in Springfield, Missouri. If you're looking to support our channel, you can find all of our apparel at Long Creek Overland. When we left you in the last video, we had made it to Lake City, where we met back up with Kelly and had lunch. After filling our bellies and our tanks, it was time to make our way northeast toward Gunnison. The trip from Lake City to Gunnison was all blacktop, but it was all classic Colorado scenery. Right outside the town of Gunnison, we found our way back onto gravel and dirt roads. This area right outside of Gunnison is exactly what you would think of when you think of Colorado big ranch country. We continued to climb in elevation until we got back into the beautiful aspen trees. This was also about the time we started our search for a campsite for the night.
You guys see that camper up there?
Yeah, that's what I told David. So it looks like somebody got that one.
These gravel roads would ultimately lead us to the narrower trails of the Fossil Ridge recreation area.
Man, this is a whole different look than 2 miles ago.
Yes, for sure.
For sure. It's beautiful.
We had to stop and take a look at this strange sight. Yes, that's the spine of an animal hanging on a tree stump.
Well, it's a deer family to me, but I don't know, you know, it's almost too small. I don't know anything about elks, so it looks too small to be an elk to me, but I've never seen an elk taken apart either, but it looks like a deer to me.
It just seems like a really big deer to me. Mike, you got any idea?
Well, what kind of deer is going to get stuck jumping over that stump and then just run like that?
That's what I thought too.
We all kind of had our theories about the spine on the tree, but our conversation quickly changed to something else.
So, just for curiosity for you guys, or for me, what do you guys think that little outside mirror cost for me from our dealership?
$220. Bill says $135.
Go ahead, Mike, we stepped on you.
Laura said 400. I'm thinking 175.
I said 135. Deb said 220.
All right. If I had to replace if it had been the big mirror that was gone, I would have had to buy the whole assembly at $5 something. But just that outside mirror, which they had in stock, was $57.
Well, you got off cheap.
I know, right? And it's funny when the guy looked it up and he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I see that. It's 57." He said, "There's no chance in hell I have this." And, wow, I have one in stock. Did we miss a turn and end up back in Kentucky?
I don't know when they started planting aspens in Kentucky, but I like it.
I was just thinking the trail seems familiar, you know?
Tucked your mirrors in already?
Yep. Yes, I did. My God, I've turned into such a whiner. The trails are too tight. There are Jeeps all over the place.
This was by far the best trail that we had found in Colorado. It was like traveling back in time to the old pioneer days and following an old wagon trail or something like that. I could absolutely picture this trail being cut out by a horse and wagon, and actually it didn't look like there had been a whole lot of maintenance to it since then. Just as we popped out of some aspens, we found what looked like the perfect camp spot. But after pulling in and taking a look at it, we realized there were several dead trees in the area, and there was the possibility for some strong winds and storms for the night. We decided to move on and try to find something a little bit different.
These red berries everywhere, the alderberries that you were talking about.
Yeah, I was thinking those are gooseberries.
Okay, I don't have any idea what they are, but they're everywhere.
Yeah, they gotta be, I think, a dark color to be ripe, or they taste real sour. I identified it on my seat when we first started our trip. Well, that's cool.
So then, Laura, my question is, are those bear-eaten berries?
Every bit of that.
Oh, either way, I'll take a bear attack for the team. I mean, think of the views, man. Think of the views.
We'd hate to sacrifice you for just one video.
I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, if we could get a couple videos out of it, 3 or 4, then it would be worth it.
I'll keep that in mind then.
This has been a pretty day. Oh.
There's 20%.
Yeah. It was steep, wasn't it? Oh, this is getting even steeper. I'm sliding out of my seat.
That's 22 downhill.
Gorgeous.
As we made it over the higher spots, we could definitely see the clouds were trying to build off in the distance. As we made it across this small stream, we found what looked like a good place to camp.
Not right here.
Can we make this work, or do y'all want to keep going, or what do you want to do?
I think we could probably make anything work.
So with everybody agreeing for camp here tonight, we went ahead and set up and admired the storm from a distance. Just after dark, the storm kind of went away and the stars came out. The next morning, it was clear, crisp, and cold. This was the coldest morning that we had had so far, and we actually woke up to frost. We didn't take long at all to pack up camp this morning. When the sun came out, it started warming up and felt really good, but we were ready to get on the trail. The goal for today was to make it to Tin Cup Pass and across over to St. Elmo's Ghost Town. Before we knew it, we were out to Taylor River Road. This is where we would hang a right and make our way on up towards Tin Cup. We really hope you've enjoyed this episode of our Utah-Colorado expedition powered by Dan Cummins Off-road. And we hope you'll join us in the next episode when we hang out for a while at the Tin Cup store and make our way to the ghost town of St. Elmo. As always, thank you very much for watching Coddiwomple Overland, and until next time, see ya.